What's going on? What's going on? YouTube world.
Yep. There it goes.
Should be live and ready to roll. Let's see. How'd everyone do today? Rick will be in shortly. He's running a couple minutes behind, but there you go. But yeah, Nitty, that's pretty cool. That's kind of what I was looking at. I don't know if this is necessarily a song to kick off the day, but fired up. So, to look at the charts, what we're looking at here. 26. So this was yesterday. 5-minute chart. Let me zoom out.
Funded account, tool, combine, tool, reset, tuition, red day, lesson, green day, stack it, big payout, banking. One account won't make the man, discipline will make the plan. We're not here for one big trade.
I'm trying to find that spot on the chart I was talking about last night. Actually played out really well. Here we go. So I was looking at this 4-hour wick that I had marked out here. It hit it and dumped. Yeah, it came up 3 points. And made another 100 something points down. I was right at around midnight that happened. Bad, y'all. So for tonight, let's see. Yeah, I just turned it down. Yeah, I just kicked the music down a little bit. My mouse ran out my mouse pad instead of down, so we're right down at a trend here. The 15-minute chart says. What's happening here? Hey, what's up, Dandy? Good. Just checking. You want to ask him what he did today with it? Ask him what he did today with it. So all y'all need to come join Discord and listen to our amazing traders over here making 10 G's. Surprise on who it is. I think we're gonna have him on as a special guest next week. That's what Brick was saying. You don't even need a camera if you don't want to. Just come show your charts and how you're trading, what you're looking at. You're in a short. That's not good. Which orb? New York orb or what? Now, do you take that from 6 to 6:15, or where do you take your time? Let's see. 60. It's down there a little bit. See, I'm conflicted because what's up, Luna? Yes, Luna, you are supposed to be asleep. I am conflicted on that short trade because we're right at the trend line. We're bouncing off at 200 here. And coming up, I don't know why this yellow line's up here. I would have it more so here for this wedge where it's rejected here, rejected. Got a little bit higher highs, but I guess we're getting higher highs and higher lows, so I would like to see it break structure before I take a short. Yeah. I still have a level up here, the 29,780. I have, says short me right here. So I'm gonna zoom out to see what that's from. It's gotta be a decent sized level. Yeah. This wick over here. You know what, Luna? Asia is where it's at. You should come hang out, even jump on, and since Brooke ain't here right now, I'm not talking to myself, and I give you all the props in the world and talking to yourself all day long. If it wasn't for Discord, I'd feel really weird. Brooke's good at it because he talks to himself on stage every Sunday, so. I don't know, Dandy. I would normally like shorts, but in order for me to take a short, looking at this 29,780 level for a short. Yeah, I mean, as long as your size appropriate. But look at this, the 4 hour here from the 29,437 to 29,613 area. There's so much volume in those bodies of those candles. So it's about to do something. I mean, it's consolidating pretty hard there. NVIDIA went up about 8% today. We're just watching. Let's see. More like a buy to me. Yeah, I'm watching both sides of it. It's because it's right in, like, I'm looking at the 4 hour zone here. And it's staging here. So if we break down below here and retest, I'll take a short. If we bust up above, come down, I'll look for a retest around the 653 for a long. So it's right in that zone of don't touch me right now, at least for me. Come back to the 5-minute chart and look at this. Yeah. But Pan, I was listening to something earlier, made me think of the question you asked yesterday about the risk and sizing and everything else with loss. They were talking about if your win rate is around 50%, you're almost guaranteed to, at some points, to take 5 or 6 losses in a row. So what you want to do is you want to figure out what your maximum loss is for the day, divide that by 8, which gives you a couple extra room, and that would be your risk for the trade, just in case you do take those extra losses over and over again. But it gives you the room to win them back. It's kind of an interesting concept with it, but made me think about the risk reward you were talking about yesterday. get some tunes on here or something. I got to figure out my stream deck with that because.
Welcome to today's Explainer. If you're a focused learner looking to really master the financial markets, well, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're decoding the foundational
Not the
building
issue.
block of market momentum. We're talking about the bullish candlestick.
The variance.
Honestly, whether you trade stocks, forex, or commodities, mastering this one single tool is going to completely.
I think one thing Luna's taught me is the. I mean, if you ever go over, just watch his channel. He I'm gonna say he's the expert, but he documents everything and he knows every account swing rate, his strategy among everything, and it's such a large scale of time that he's been dialing it in pretty tight.
It's kind of the ultimate solution. It's incredibly popular.
And so, like, I think when you have a larger base of numbers, things add up more versus just a single count where you're looking at like 2 weeks of trading.
Let's dive into a brief history of candlesticks. We actually have to trace the origins of this method all the way back to 18th century Japan. Candlesticks were created.
Oh, you talk about the R. I'd recommend if you haven't watched Luna Trades, I would check out his channel. He's really good at talking about that stuff. He has he was doing half hour trades, and then I don't know if Luna's still in here or not, but he might be able to type in the chat. But now he's scaled up a little bit. He's been taking, I think he's on 6th or 7th payout so far this month.
Reading these is surprisingly intuitive once you get the hang of it.
Yeah, math is math. That's 100% sure.
Green candle right now, piece by piece. Step 1 is the open. Think of this as the starting line right at the bottom of the solid body. Step 2 introduces the wicks. As the price wildly fluctuates during the session, it leaves behind these thin lines. They're
What's up, JD?
Marking the absolute highest and lowest extremes of the play. And finally, step 3, the close. The buyers push the price higher from where it opened, securing a victory and closing at this higher level.
Joe Mama's in the chat.
That's exactly what forms
What's up, dude?
solid green body.
Let's get it.
Now, what's really interesting about this is that when defining the wicks, the absolute key phrase is a particular.
What are you looking at, Joe Mama?
Wicks aren't just random lines.
What's this MACD on? I haven't even looked at it yet.
Ultimate extremes of market volatility that happen during a strict predefined window of time.
MACD's is.
Next up, let's cover bullish versus bearish candles.
He does it once. He did once.
The open is always below the close. That results in that solid green.
Hey Joe, your sugar Mac Mama is looking for you in Discord.
For a candle to be bearish, the sellers actually have to drive the price down, meaning it opens high and ultimately closes lower. That downward defeat creates a red body. Long story short, green shows upward momentum and red shows downward surrender. Let's move to real-world trading charts and see how this builds. So
that's why my MACD wasn't on. It's on the wrong chart.
What does a particular point in time actually mean in practice? Well, it depends entirely on the time frame you select. If your candlestick is based on a daily chart, the wicks represent the absolute highs and lows over the course of one full trading day.
Point straight up.
If you zoom into a 1-hour chart, those exact same visual wicks represent the battle over just the last 60 minutes.
He's long from 640.
Totally dictates the scope of the story the candle is telling you. Let's apply this
to
the forex market, specifically the euro to dollar on a daily time frame. When you examine the actual price action, that tug
now
we talked about becomes crystal clear. You can easily spot the bearish red candles.
See where that top of that line is, top of that Dorito pattern, where we
you'll see the bullish green candles.
Coming straight down there now.
Buyers stepped in, opening near the lows and driving momentum.
The 29,653.
Suddenly, it's no longer just a jagged, confusing chart, right? It's a very clear historical story of market sentiment. It's a highly effective system once you lock down the basics. So let's do a really quick recap to bring it all together.
First, I got that level up there, 29,780. So it's
the bearish candle.
Confluence for me. I'm just waiting to see what this does within this Dorito pattern here.
This represents the extreme high or low for whatever time frame you've chosen. Master these 3 rules, and I promise you, reading market momentum becomes second nature. And there you have it, the whole shebang. That is exactly how you go about reading a candlestick chart to understand market sentiment. You now possess the foundational ability to decode market momentum simply by looking at colors, bodies, and wicks. So I want to leave you with this provocative question. What will your next candlestick
Yeah,
reveal?
everyone smash that like
I
button.
highly encourage you to pull up a chart of your favorite market, apply these exact rules, and just see
Awesome.
what stories
Appreciate
the
it.
candles are trying to tell you. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning.
It's the most chat that I've had in a while. Right. Yeah, Burke's busy changing starters before his trip. No, he's Brick Brick is gonna be serving on a missions trip coming up, and I think he had some things going on tonight that were involving that. So he said he's gonna be a little late. So I'm excited to see his vlogging camera once he gets back. No, sometime probably next week. Yeah, he's in the chat right now, or the voice chat. There he is. Well, when you're pulling 10K, it's hard to let go. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say that's a nice little pump. If this breaks above the 53 and holds, I'm looking for a retest of the 653 for long. But I want to see it break and hold. Yeah, no pan. I agree with that. My small scalping area, I'm sitting probably a minimum of 70%. What a brick. My broadcast. That's awesome. Hey, where? Hey, Luna, help me out here, bro. Where do I go change that? Brick set this up for me, so I'm gonna blame him. My studio. My broadcast. Here, I think I got it. Let's see if this fixes it. Saved. Now, let me go back into it. Nope, didn't fix it. Might take a second. All right, thanks, Luna. I appreciate you. Still rookie mistakes. But Pan, yeah, check out Luna's channel. He's really good with talking about the risk reward and everything else over there. So, Luna, what time are you starting at? 3 a.m. Trade on prop for a match. See if I could throw the channel thing in there once I figure out how to fix my title. This will just keep me busy until I see my trade set up. 657 a quarter. Let's see. Yeah. How many you got now? Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, yeah. TradingView has an 80% deal right now, so that's a sweet deal. Oh, up to. Ah, right. No, that's not terrible. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Unless, yeah, delayed. Yeah, it's delayed, and it's not much. Not for. Yeah, I guess if as long as you're okay with delayed. 780, you said. I'm looking here. I'm looking here. Yeah, CME. I'm trying to pull. Yeah, real time market data. I paid $91 for the year. This, yeah, the CME E-mini included 91, and then I got the essential plan for. I think it was 169 at the time, and that's I usually get that on Black Friday. Yeah, and I write it off at the end of the year, so I'm not too overly concerned about it. So I'm looking at the trading view. The We busted above the 50% today, then came back down. Almost hit the orb high. Yeah, no, it was the guaranteed trade. It I got in at the wrong time and I was able to get out, and I just got scared. But my if my sizing was appropriate, I would have been okay. I think this candle right before Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at this when I was in that candle right before 9:30. Which time was that? 9:25. That big green candle that shot up to the 29,558. That one stopped me out because I had my stop too late. And then as soon as 9:31 hit, it just straight to the target. Yeah, but you had a good call out on that. I actually went back through the MACDs and started studying it a little bit more. Yep. I I think so a little bit, but I'm watching just yeah, I was just listening to what even G was talking about. It's again, I'm waiting for this 29,653 to either break to the north or this trend down here to break this out. So I'll draw a brick box in here. This isn't my no trade area. Yeah.
When the noise gets loud, I keep my line. Don't chase the flash. I build in time. Every scar I wear has a name I
Sorry. Adjust the music. It's gonna be loud for half a second. Yeah, you get a better mouse pad. This thing is not very friendly on it. My one I have here. Hello, T-Tap. Welcome. How'd you do today trading? No, T-Tap. T-Tap. Yeah. Gotta engage the peeps. I'm looking. I want a short so bad here. But I'm just patient. Just yeah. Part of the reason I'm not taking my short is we are sitting above the 13 and the 48 right now. The 13 just crossed the 48 on the 5. I'll pull up my... This is my trading view chart here, where my bot went long. Let's see here. Show you. I went long here. Stop loss was down here. Took the first profit here and broke even trade here and hasn't traded the rest of the day. But I don't want the short because we're hanging out above these with this level up here. That's part of my rules with that. But I could see we can possibly come back down and retest this wedge. I'm just gonna wait and see. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Who's got that on? Who's stealing Brick's line? Where is Brick? He's pulling a fast one on me tonight. You know, I started drawing it, but I'm thinking my box is here. That's my Brick box. It'd be my Brick box. Oh, is it? Okay. Doc. Who's Doc listening to? Okay. There he goes. Sorry, Doc. Let's see. What are those colorful lines? Are you talking on my trading view chart? T-Tap? No, the T-Tap was asking about from YouTube what my colorful lines were. So I have the orb set out, which is the opening range break. So it's the first 15 minutes of the New York session that it creates a green box. So you have the opening range high, opening range low, and then 50% deviation of this. So if this is 100 points, this would be 50 points up, and then 100% would be 100 points up from that. There's been too many times where I see it break and hit this and reject, and then come back test and run to the 100. And I can show you. This was a bad day because we sat right in the opening range the whole time. But here we broke, hit the 50%, hit the 100%, retest back to the 50. Retest back to the 50, back to the 100. This session here, we chopped within this to no trade zone for me. This session hit the 50% and just straight ricocheted. And then this would have been another entry because my 13 is below the 48, so it would have been another entry here. We hit the 50 and then 100. And because of the big range that we have, 2 micros is more than enough. Sometimes it can be a $600 loss if you take it from one end to the other. How many contracts do you now, G? Yep. Like it. Let's get some PG. I'm gonna put some green candle pump music on. Looney Tunes, yeah. Yeah? What'd you do? Yeah? How old's it? How old's your baby? Alright. There you go, G. Bump the market. Played this song at the right time for you. Let's go. Let's see now. Alright, MACDs are starting to turn. I'm going to start my entry in here. All right. All right, got my order set. So let's see. I'm long 3. You got my stop loss down at 633. What is that? Risking $105. 3 contracts, which I'm not liking this movement. Yeah. All right. So right where my entry for long is. You're fading me. But you got a lot more contract size than I do. Nitty, how many contracts you in? Okay. Minis, I assume. Okay. All right, I'm hearing mad echo. Is that me again? Am I looping? Am I looping? make sure. Audio out, music. I think it might have been mine because it was pulling up the audio through my headphones again. No, I'm good now. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm still here. Hold on. Let me mute my. JD, are you hearing it say repeat itself multiple times? Okay. I'm hearing through someone. Somehow. I don't know if it's mine or what. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say because I'm hearing myself like 2 or 3 times, and I'm trying to figure it out if it. Because the other day when I was trading, I had the audio was being broadcast through my headphones back into YouTube, and so like it looped like 5 times. Gee, you said you're long how many contracts now? Reverse. Maybe I'll adjust this. Nope. Well, I just closed out 2 of mine. I was just getting ready to modify them, and it hit me, smacked me. I am on my challenge account, so currently I'm up $1,300 on this. It's another, I don't know, 1,700 more to go. Let's see. Now for me, if we fall below this, it's invalid. It's 29,642. So I'm gonna risk another $16 on my position. That's why I said if it falls below that, it's invalid for me. So I'm still positive on the total trade for the contracts, but Let's see. It does look, MACD does look pretty bullish. Bulling. Zooming out my messy chart out here. Gotta clean this up. Yep. I don't know if Nitty's still in it or not, but we're back at his entry. Below it. Some crazy thunder cracking back here. One of the two. I saw a nasty car wreck the other day. Police officer was flying down the road and stopped it behind underneath a red light, and his truck just like boom, rushed the front end of him. True crack lady. Oh no. What's up? Yep, I'm just watching. My stop loss is sitting it down to 29,640, so I might get touched here. Let me see. I'm long. I've closed out 2 of my 3 positions. Yeah, so I closed a couple out up here. So I'm overall still green on the position. I'm not risking very much down here, but I'm waiting. We're sitting on a Tory trend line. Are you still in your position, Diddy? Okay. All right. How'd you get profit? Bro, did you add in heavy up here? Okay. Yeah, let's say, of course, from the 650 area to here, the max you would have been up is 280. You killed that, dude. Good ad. Yeah. Nice. Good work. Yeah, the way you scalp is the way that I want to do it, the way I do it with micros. But that size account allows you to use a little more size. Well, the other thing with it too is the end of the day, it doesn't trail you. So as you start building a buffer on your account, if you get a $2,000, $3,000 in your account, that allows you to risk a little bit more to make it so you're at break even at the end of the day. Chipmunk, what are you trading like name wise? I am trading NQ, which is a NASDAQ. Every once in a while, I trade ES, but it's very seldom. There's some people in our group that trade gold and other things, but what do you like to trade? My stop loss was good. I'm still long from 29,648.75. I have my stop loss at 29,640. My take profit's 29,690. Yeah. Yeah, Chickmunk, yeah, I'm trading futures. That's with NASDAQ. I'm currently on the MNQ chart, which is the micro NASDAQ. Just in movement with a single mini. It's just too much for me. Because that would have been a $500 move from top to bottom. So I'm good with a couple $100 a day. I know it's, I can make $200 in an hour. It's more than most jobs provide. So and what you see on the chart is a giant red box. That is what we've started coining the brick box, and we hold the market within this red brick. Yeah. So right now at the brick box, sitting around 29,592 from the lows. Earlier was consolidating up to right where we're at here, the 29,653. Yeah, I do too. That's where my stop was right below that trend line. Now my stop's sitting right below that thing there. So now if we make lower lows, it's gonna be an issue. I want to see this pump up pretty hard now. Yeah, that's 200 SMAs, the white line on my chart. Yeah. Yeah, so what I have listed on the chart is I have this yellow line that's going across is from the peak from yesterday, and you can see where it rejected multiple times. And it's just like when you smack something with a hammer, it gets weaker and weaker every time you hit it. So after the fourth hit, it likes to bust through. So that's why I'm just watching here. What's that mean for you? For some reason my music ain't playing here. Let's see. Maybe some green candles pumping. There we go. What is this? Hey, quick question. Is it worth spending some time to understand investing? Is it possible to make good money starting off with 10K? If you have never traded the market, I would highly, highly recommend you paper trading and not just dumping money in. If you do want to put money in, prop firms would be the way. You can put minimal investment out for a decent return. If you show yourself over months of proven results, then you can take some of that money that you've earned from the prop firms into a live fund and trade that. But if you're new to the game, I don't know what the stats are. I've heard 4 or 5 years of going backwards before being profitable. You could burn through $10,000 so quick in the market. Yeah. Yeah. Well, through AMP trading, they'll give you 1 mini per $1,000. So that's 10 minis. So let's look at this. See how quick you can lose. That's 100 micros. See how quick. This brick box is less than $10,000. Yep, bricks box is right now sitting at $12,000 with 10 minis. You can melt that really quick. Now, if you're investing in trading, I would say if you're looking just buying for long term, that just don't dump all $10,000 right away in one day. I would just average in. Through my investing account, I buy like $25 or $30 a day in like Tesla and some other ones. That just starts adding through time. Invest in some AI thing, got 6% increase over 3. That's awesome. Yeah, as long as you're investing and just buying into companies you trust, that's, you know, a good way to look at it too. I have my own little personal account. Yeah, trading short term, investing's long term. Yep. And the other thing with, as you start building a portfolio and getting contract, you're getting a lot of shares of a company. You can start selling options instead of buying options, where you collect a premium off them. It's less risky. They say that the average, it's like 90% of people fail on buying options. So why don't you take the opposite side of that, where you're selling the options and you're 90% success rate. And as long as it's a company you like, you can collect more from that. How much do I profit a day? I shoot for minimal compared to most people you see on X. If I make $300-400 a day, I'm pretty content. We have some people in our Discord. If you want to hop over there, I can drop a link. But you just made 10K yesterday. But it's all in what you look at. And if you just want to look at like most jobs out there that's during the market, like, you know, how much do you make on a week? Scale that down, you know. Like this trade right here, I've already closed $50 on this so far. I'm up another 30 with a max of 82. I make $130 here in right about an hour. Not many jobs you can do that on. What you do, G? Yeah. Oh. So the poll ended with 3 votes: long, short, and stay in the box. Love it. I got your green candle song back on, G. Let's see if we can get this to pump. Yeah, welcome. I went to college and got a bachelor's in biology, criminal justice minor. I currently run my own business, doing property preservation, basically break into houses for a living, and do general contract work. And it's something I enjoy outside of the market, and this is just a nice way to buy supplemental stuff and learn. Definitely if you hang out. Rick, who also trades right next to me, is out today, and he's going on a missions trip next week, so it's just gonna be me and everyone else hanging out in Discord. But yeah, come in, hang out, talk about risk, talk about discipline, and you know, what we can do as traders. I'm not going to be the one that's out there on X posting hundreds of $1,000s of gain and Lambos and everything else. This is real money for me, and you know, like I said, it's not many jobs show you what you can and can't do with income. So. And then my you'll hear me talking about one of my other main strategies is the orb, which is when I trade the New York session. Pull my other chart so you can see this. We're hitting it right now. Is orb is the opening range break. It's the first 15 minutes of the day, and then the deviation, this 50% deviation line is here. 100% deviation is the blue line. Just that's sitting at 29,734. We are hitting the 50%. A lot of times you'll see rejection off this, which we've done twice. 13's above the 48. You may have a little pullback down here to the 651, but I'd like to see ultimately this 100% hit up here. How's your spot, G? Still holding it? Let me drop the link in here. There's a Discord link. We also have it in the description of the channel as well. It should be in there. Sure, I'm smacking people. You're in the UK. My sister-in-law lives over in London. So, been there once. Yeah, we typically start live streaming about an hour earlier from now, and we wrap up somewhere another like 30 minutes-ish from now. So, anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. Sometimes 2 hours. And then we hang out in Discord every once in a while, and most times, and just talk about random stuff. So, welcome to jump in. Let's go. And this is the Asia market. So if you are trading at this time, it is what they call the slow markets. So it moves a lot slower than what you normally see during the New York session, which is the basically 12 hours from this point forward, match up to your time. So it'd be like 2 p.m. your time. But I do have inside the Discord some stuff for normal options. Brick and I like to trade options as well. We don't talk about them as much on channel, but they're for longer term plays, and highly recommend if you do trade them, just know all your gammas, deltas, thetas, and all the Greeks that are involved with options before touching them. They can hurt you pretty bad if you're buying options. Yeah, theta, yeah. But theta's your friend if you're selling options. So I like them. I like to collect my premium. Correct. Well, here's the opposite side is when it's not your friend, it's my friend, because I'm selling you the option. So when you're losing money, I'm making money. So it's kind of interesting. So I'll give you an example of that. And I was talking with Brick earlier about this. Trying to pull up my Robinhood is actually one of the easiest things to understand when it comes to this. But if you have 100 shares of Tesla, which is, what is that, 354 times 100. So 30, you need $35,000. You would need $35,000 to be holding 100 shares of Tesla. But if you went out to, say, September 2nd, and right now the strike price is $354. If you, let's just say you bought those shares right now, and you went up and you're willing to sell them for extra $6 more a share. So you make $600 if you got exercised on your position. And you went to do that, you would make, and you could sell that contract to the market. They would give you $450 right now to sell that option contract. If by September 2nd the strike price is still below 360, you get your $100, you get your 100 shares back, and you keep the $450. And then you rinse and repeat. That's not the wheel. So the wheel is, it's the same thing, but let's just say the strike price runs up to 370. So what happens is you get exercise on your shares. So you'll make 360 per contract, or not 360. Yeah, you'll make 360 per share. So 100 shares, you'll make $6 more a share plus what you collect on premium. So you would have made 640. So right about that, you'd have made $1,000 profit. So now what you do is you go over to your puts on the wheel strategy, and you buy a cash secured put, or sell a cash secured put. And then so you would do the same thing on the opposite side, where you would collect $350, and then if price falls below that, you get exercise and get your shares. And that way it's just an evolving cycle of that. So as more capital you have, then you can keep reinvesting. It keeps stacking in there. But that's what I like about what we're doing here, is this short-term trading is allowing funds to get put into my trading account or my options account, where it allows me to collect premium on that. You know, when my account hits 200 plus K in the account, I'll basically be able to live on the premium of what gets paid through there. That's cool. What's this? Get pen and paper for that. Where do I get information from? Or is it possible? Yeah, I have all the information in the Discord. And realistically, once you understand it fully, I can even give you a couple different YouTube videos, different people that do it, that have taught it really well. You could plan your day out on Sunday morning, and then when the options market opens at 9:30 Monday, you can execute your stuff and come back 3-4 days later, or whenever you have your options expiring, and collect on your positions. And then do it once a week. So my ultimate goal is to do that and be spending time on a beach, or just to live in all-inclusive resorts and just trade from there. So I have somebody do my laundry. I get fed every day. They do my cleaning. I don't have to worry about all the other crap. That's my goal. Live the world. Nah, I won't even have a car. Yeah. Well, if you think about it, like how much you spend on mortgage, food, and all the other stuff, and then you look in inclusive resort, you know, you might be spending $1,000, $1,500 a week, tops. So $4,000 a month. I'm sure you have more expenses than that on just a house. Yes, it's the amount of money that you put in is all based upon your risk. Like I said, I would really study those options and what you're getting into, the risk and everything else. I've been trading the markets for a little over 6 years now. So I've been in a position where I ran up with the AMC things back then, and had in my account over $800,000 and watched it melt away because I didn't know what I was doing. Now, if I know now what I did then, it would have been a totally different different game. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know why I had like over $5,000 on out of the money option contracts expiring weeks away. Like something beyond stupid. But I got lucky and it just spiked up. And I closed a couple amount, made a little bit of money, but I watched hundreds of thousands literally just disappear with theta. With theta. I'm like, why is the price going up, but I'm still losing money? Yeah. Yep, zero. Now, on the flip side of zero DTEs, which is days to expire, I was watching it the other day and it hit my level right at the end of the day. I did a zero DT and I closed out 50% of the position. I was in profit 50%. I closed it out within like 5 minutes. I made a couple $100 in 5 minutes because how quickly it moved into volatility. Volatility is the other thing too. I was even talking to Brick about that. Is if you look at that on the option chain, it could be like 400% volatility. The price of the thing spike up, and I'm gonna get stopped out on this position. The price spike up, the vault. Yeah, it's gonna come right down to my 200 here. Yeah, what's the? Let me look over here. Yeah, I'm gonna see. MACD is turned down. It's unwinding. It's not booling anymore. All right, we got to put on red candles now. Yeah. Yeah, Artie, if you're trying to reach 200K, it is 100% realistic. Or I should say, it is 100% probable. Realistic is there as long as you have a long-term goal. I wouldn't look to turn 10K into 200K. There'd be some people out there that try to sell you a course to get there, but it's it's a pipe dream. If you can make 10% a month on that, that would be a really solid return. So like you're talking $1,000 a month on a 10K investment. So I mean, there's people that I've seen on X. If you watch that, you're gonna be see people turn a 10K challenge into 100K really quick. But you also see those same people do 10K challenges every week because they keep melting their account. So just say know your risk, know what you're getting involved in, and just keep the dream there, but don't be living on hopium. And that's why I'm trading. So even right now, I'm in a single micro contract versus a mini. There's people, YouTubers out there that will refuse to trade micros because it makes them look weak. I care less. No, 100%, yeah. The market is the easiest, hardest way to make money, if that makes any sense. You can make 10K in a day and lose 18 tomorrow. Not that I know anyone that's ever done that. 9:30 candle coming in soon. I'm gonna reverse. I'm gonna hang tight right here. So the time schedule we're talking about on it's 9:29 here right now. We got 30 seconds until 9:30, which is anytime you have a new candle open up, you get a typical surge of volatility that comes in. So the opening of every 15-minute candle, it will create an extra surge of volatility. And you're about to see in 7 seconds. And there is a delay between YouTube and my stream, so yep, here it is. Let's see what it does. Yeah, so if you're looking at this box here, is something that we have fun with. And I'm on a 1 minute chart, so you zoom out to 5. This is probably going to come down bust below these lows. My guess is it's going to come down in here around the 630s on this trend line again and bounce. But my risk is sitting at 640. Message Brick. What did he do? For real. Alright, let's see what other music we got.
Was that the trailing drawdown? Yep. There it goes. Somebody come look at this!
G's up 331 for the night so far. Alright, I'm only up like 50 right now. Good work. If this hits my stop up here, I'll be about 200 for the night. Anyone listening on YouTube land, hit like and subscribe. Help us build this channel and reach more people, help people out. So. Glad I didn't reverse.
Funded account, tool, combine, tool, reset, tuition, red day, lesson, green day.
Somebody come look at this.
Won't make the man
What you recommend buying and for me? Do you have any trading experience on futures, or are you looking to more get into equities like Tesla and Nvidia, that kind of thing? You know, so we have partnership with Halcyon. We get 40% off. Top Step is also really good place to really start. They have a pretty easy to understand trading platform. I'll show you. I'm trading Top Step on this chart here, but their main platform looks like this. So this is their platform here. I just traded on a separate screen because I like the charting that I have. It's Quant Tower. It's just something I have. And so like as you add your positions, these things open and close. You can move your stops. Pretty easy to understand. And it shows you, and it breaks down all your balances and everything else. So like my days, like $600 last week, a little over $600 this week. So it shows you your win-loss record and how like you can judge yourself on that and everything else. What a BG. Well, if you want to hang out, jump in Discord. We will be glad to help you along your journey. The biggest thing is, what'd you get? The biggest thing with your trading is find your style. There's a lot of different methods out there, and you'll find a lot of different people. And the sooner that you can find what fits you, the quicker you're going to see results. The more that you change your strategy, the more you look for other results and try to chase the golden dream, the longer it's going to take you. So hang out, learn from us. Feel free, look around, see what other people do, and just kind of find what fits you. We have a good group of people here that we land on how they favor trading. We're Christians, and we just live by the word. So it's I'll give you as much truth as I can and do what we can. So yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So definitely, if you're in YouTube, get in there. There's a voice channel. Get a lot of people in there hanging out, and we can give you some feedback and stuff like that. Yeah, you can definitely make this feel like a game. And let's see, I have a practice account here that's not eligible. So look, I can show you how quick you can game this, and show you how quick you can blow an account. So this account is nothing. This is just a paper account. So if you're just trying to trade and make some quick cash, it's called scalping. And I just made $120 right there in that little piece. And then possible reversal come in here. So you're gonna see wins and you're gonna see some really quick losses, but you gotta be willing to see, like, if you play stupid games, you're gonna get stupid prizes. And you just see this number here. So I'll show you here how quickly you can melt $1,000. As you're watching this. Now we just took lows. I think we're gonna come back up and test this wick here. So I should be safe in my position. I like this 200 down here though too. It's 623. Oh, so close to getting wicked out right there. That was really close to melting my account. I got 5 minis. This is the practice account showing already that you can melt your account quick. I think if it falls below this wick, I'm done. Yeah, 1,200 bucks. Yeah, the morning time sessions, the New York time sessions are more what they call volatile. That you'll see single candles move 50, 60 points up in the market, and it's really cool, or it can really suck. So he's got to size appropriately. Yeah. Violence is it. The market goes up and down based upon people are buying. So right now, like, this is what's called the Asia session, and Asia is open right now with their market. So if you think about like an auction, that I don't know, say you're buying a cow. If you ever went to an auction, they start out high at a price, say $100, and then they'll bring it down to $50. And then the first person that says yes, I want to buy it, then the price starts going up until it doesn't, and then it stalls out, and then that's where the average price is. It could go back above $100, or it could stop at like $75. That's what you call like a market auction. And the NASDAQ is comprised of a lot of companies that people are buying in and out of. There are some markets in the futures firm that you can actually buy cattle, oil, different things like that, and you can purchase those at the end of the year. So grain companies, cereal companies will buy grain futures at a price. I don't know, let's just say this was grain here, and they're like, I'm not paying this for grain. I want to pay down here. So they'll put an order for grain down at 29,600 because that's a good price for them. They're saving money. And then so as the price comes down here and hits this, it will bounce up because that's where they had the first buyer. It's a market auction theory. And that's why it goes up and down. because you have live money moving in and out of the market. Yes. That is the keys. Buy when it's low, sell when it's high. Curious what my low is. If I didn't make the money on that first trade, I would have been stopped out because it went $1,064. It missed me. Look, to see how much it missed me by. What was that? Hi, 29 655.75. That should have hit me. There it goes. So I just made $400. So yes, it can help you or hurt you or however you want to see it. I don't. There's times I like to trade like that, but when I get real money on the line here, I take it gentle. Gentle. Yes. We keep making these lower lows. I think my stop's gonna get hit on this next lower low. Unless we bounce. Yep, here we go. Yeah, we need this to pump up. We need some green candles here, right? That's why I didn't pump, because I didn't play the music. There we go. Let's go. Yeah, that could take you minuses in seconds. You just got to be emotionally stable. That's why, like, the size that I'm trading here, I could withstand, like, this here was a $17 stop out versus when I was in 5 minis, that was over $1,000. Yeah. Well, right. Well, yeah, we have someone in Discord talking about risk and how they started learning with single, then adding 3, then adding 5 with risk as you get confident in trade. But the other aspect of that too, Rev, is if you start your trading day like that, where you trade 1, you need to build a buffer, and now you can add 3, and if you win, you can add another buffer. And that way, if you lose, you can dial back to 3. You can dial back to 1, and just keep building that buffer throughout the day. And I was even talking about that with Nitty when I was talking to Brick about Nitty when he was up 8K. He has a chance to risk more because he's up 8K on the count. Yeah. 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 I'm actually going to pull my stop loss down a little bit. I like it below these bodies of this candle here. It gives me a little more room, and it's only risking $32. I'm up on the trade, but that's where I like to do is if I'm willing to risk say $100 and I look at this level here, because this level is where I'm at, should be able to add 3 contracts because that would only be $99 that I'm willing to risk on that. Now my profit target is 85 times 3 would be up $240 more at this level here. So when you set up risk. Yeah, Artie, that's exactly it. You set the amount that you're willing. Never enter a trade that you're not willing to risk. So once you enter a trade, just assume that you've already lost the money that you're looking to do. So I'm willing to risk $300, and I immediately wipe that out of my brain and saying I've already lost that. And then so I set that stop loss in that range, but I try to find my zones rather than dollar amount. So like this zone here is well within my risk. Come on, push up. Pump it. Go hit me. Come on, G. Yeah. G's good though. I mean, if there's anyone that you can in 8 hours. G looks at the chart. You have no idea how many times I've got in the morning chat with G and he says my target is this. I'm like, dude, that's like 700 points away. I get it at the end of the day, and what's it do? It hits that target, and he held the whole time. I grew up wanting to be like G. Yes, money doesn't exist until it does. Yeah, I got about 10 minutes, and I'm gonna go get my kiddos tucked in bed. Yeah, I keep thinking about already points are dollars. So from 29,660 to 29,670, that's $10 difference or 10 points. For every point, so for every dollar movement, it is a tick. So there are four ticks per dollar. So every 25 cents the market moves, that's 1 tick. So for every, let's see if I can get this box set right here. So for 200 ticks, it's $50. And that would be $100 profit or loss per 1 micro contract, which is 1/10 of the size of a mini. Higher highs, let's go. Higher highs. Yeah. Here we go.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Stay long in the game, don't fall in the rain. Winners show up again and again. One good setup can change everything. Don't be left on the
Somebody come look at this. Good work. I didn't trade my other funded account either. MACDs are starting to turn up on a 2-minute, which is yeah, say they look good. The MACD is moving average convergence divergence, which is a signal for momentum. That G in Discord is pointing, and JD as well. He's using it more and teaching me and other people on how to look at it and understand it and use it. Nothing's ever a nice. Come hit me. Not yet. Wait, hold on. Let's come up. The magic 80s. Magic 80s. Come on. You know what? I'm actually gonna bring my stop loss up. Come on. I'm gonna close it out. I'm happy there. Yeah, it's Artie. This is all on you on how long, what you want to learn to take. If you keep it simple. I mean, you can get learning constipation really quick in the markets. So if you keep it simple and trade, you'll be good. I'm not shorting. I'm not shorting G. I'm not fading. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna get ready to close out here. So Brick wants me to keep doing the Savage's words of wisdom. I guess the quick, easy one maybe for Artie. Stop trying to trade like a pro. Oh, I like that. I like it. We need, Artie, we need to get over and listen to Rev's words of wisdom. He's got them all tonight. But stop trying to trade like a pro before you learn to lose like one. Small size, one strategy. Respect your stop. Survive, learn, and compound. But appreciate y'all being here. And we'll be here real soon. You have a great night. Have a good night.